Eddie Adams, or more famously known,
It says Dirk Diggler.
he is the protagonist in the movie Boogie Nights, a tale of fame, fortune, and rock bottoms in the adult film industry during the 70s and 80s. A period piece of a time where
illegal substances, fornication,
and music ruled the world, and focuses on how this affected the adult film scene. It's a subject matter we rarely ever see, yet Paul Thomas Anderson made it thrilling to watch. And ever since I first saw this movie years ago, a certain part in the film always stayed with me, which comes at the end of this 2.5-hour movie. After all the trials and tribulations the audience went through with this character, we are sat down in the dressing room with him before he goes out to perform, reflecting on the past 2.5 hours and him the past couple of years. After reciting lines of this new porn flick which eerily convey his journey through the movie, he stands up from his chair, unzips his pants, and says,
I am a star. I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. I am a big, bright, shining star.
He zips up his pants, closes the door, and the movie ends.
Many films wouldn't even dare to have a penis in their movie, let alone it being the final shot. But with Boogie Nights, it's perfect.
Throughout the film, we are shown reactions to this monster, but never actually shown ourselves. This was done for comedic effect at first, but PTA purposefully kept the audience in the dark to build up the desire.
It's weird admitting this, but there's a sense of satisfaction in finally getting to see Dirk Diggler and his friend.
When you watch an adult film, you know you are going to see a dick. It's collateral. You aren't going into the video looking for that specifically, but you know it will be there. And same thing for Boogie Nights. We go the whole movie knowing the sole reason the plot exists is because of a rather large penis. We don't need to see it, but deep down there is a curiosity. So many of Boogie Nights' characters gained closure throughout the movie. Would it hurt to add just one more? It would be nice to put an image to that faceless figure, even if just for a second. PTA somehow knew we wanted this, even if deep down we denied it. He played with us, and at the very last second, gave us what we subconsciously wanted, showing who the star of the film is. The big, bright, shining star. PTA rewarded us for sitting through his movie in the most unconventional way, yet the story now feels complete. And I wish I could show you what I'm talking about, but YouTube cannot stand nudity, so you will unfortunately have to use your imagination. Now, I want to let you know I am going to be diving into a bit of nudity theory for certain medias and cultures. Basically, this is where things might get weird. Movies usually head down the comedic route when it comes to penises. It's hilarious to watch Superbad and get shown Seth's youthful artistic endeavors.
Sit around all day and draw pictures of dicks.
What?
The penis itself is a funny part of a man's body. It makes sense as to why many films use it as a punchline.
I shot him in the dick! You shot me in the dick!
Though almost never is a penis used to arouse. This is ever apparent in the movie Magic Mike, where more boobs than penises are shown in a movie about male stripping. A penis just isn't very sought after in American films, if it isn't comedic.
European films are where we see the most experimentation with full nudity and on-screen sex.
In the German film Ali, Fear Eats the Soul, male nudity is used to display a character choice, one where Ali feels comfortable cheating on his woman. This is a fantastic use of nudity, but it's not focused on a singular body part, and rather the character's choice to cheat. The movie Nymphomaniac is best described as porn with a story to follow, as the scenes involving sex are more so about the act itself rather than the penis, and like any porn video, the penis is collateral. None give the penis narrative weight like Boogie Nights, and are rather more focused on the character choices that led them there, or the buildup of sex itself.
Now this isn't wrong to do. In fact, it would be ludicrous to focus on the penis in these two movies because it takes away from the narrative they are trying to create in their own respective films.
However, taking away the ability to show male nudity on screen limits the punch of Ali Fears the Soul, or limits the very possibility of a movie like Nymphomaniac existing. In 1999, there was a little indie film named Eyes Wide Shut. The film features quite the orgy scene. Plenty of female nudity, yet there's zero male nudity. This movie got an R rating. In 2011, a movie named Shame came out. It's about a male sex addict. Male nudity is shown, and the movie gets an NC-17 rating.
But Boy Nice, Boogie Nights shows a penis? Why is that only rated R?
Well, the rating becomes very situational when it comes to a penis. Around the 1970s, the MPAA passed a rule that allowed male nudity to be shown in film under strict circumstances. A penis can be shown, but it cannot be aroused, and cannot be near someone insinuating sex is about to happen. Now, PTA knew this and played within the rules so well, he used it as a narrative device to build up the anticipation. By not showing the penis throughout the film, which would have certainly gave this film an NC-17 rating, we instead see the characters reacting to it, which fills the comedic beat a penis offers while also making the ending more of a payoff. But no films need or even care to give a penis this much thought, which is why a penis is usually shown comedically. In American films, such as Borat and Bruno, you get the laughter and shock a penis provides while also staying within the MPAA rules. What's interesting about Borat and Bruno, though, is both featured frontal male nudity, but one got an R rating and the other got a NC-17 rating before trimming the movie down to reach the R rating.
And that is because Bruno is
Nowadays, more and more male nudity is shown in America, more specifically in TV shows, where the MPAA doesn't govern. 2010 Spartacus is one of the pioneers of this movement. However, the problem is they like to use prosthetics. I'd like to assume the reason being is the directors get to control the penis, which is usually for a larger size. And I'm also assuming the reason Spartacus did this was to convey that all Spartans have big dicks. Now, to be fair, Boogie Nights also uses a prosthetic. But this makes sense because a male star's penis is usually abnormally large. So there is a time and place for a prosthetic penis, but only Boogie Nights seems to understand that. Boogie Nights does something that is so taboo in the eyes of American rating boards, and not only gets away with it, but rewards the audience in such an unconventional way, we are forced to just sit there and smile as the credits roll. In a world where dicks are not taken seriously,
Boogie Nights makes you curious over a penis, which is why this final scene is genius.